the way in Ireland to the final, and he'll be fancying his chances here against David, because really, Chris, you should have beaten him.
Well, yeah, but like I said, the first round everybody has a little bit of jitters, but Roland's a great player, former World Cup champion, and been playing some great darts in the last 12 months, and has got the throw, so game on.
So here's Scholten, 37 years old, seeded 6.
123.
Throwing a 22-gram BMW, and this is Dave Askew from Red Hill. 18-gram, 1820 copper tungsten darts are his weapons, and he's seeded, what, 11, and he's down a couple of places. Still that same format, best of 11, 5 legs to a set, first to 6. Still the same discipline, of course. If you're a newcomer, it's 501. Subtract the scores, they've got to finish on a double,
35.
Watch for the bull and 25. You know the rules, just sit back and enjoy the artistry.
I think the crowd's still buzzing after the last match.
There
just settling down.
There are just these moments in sport. I was privileged to watch it up with some of the press guys. Ian Chadman from the Evening Standard was our guest today, and they're just these moments in sport you have which are just simply out of this world, Chris. And we saw it with Tiger Woods just a couple of years ago, and that performance from Taylor was
140.
Well, I sat in the audience with the crowd, and well, it's just phenomenal to watch. It's hard to explain. He's just something special.
44.
And I know there was a few players who were doubting him at the beginning of the week. I think he's just put that right.
Just
85.
the one golden plum left unpicked, and that's the 9-darter, and he looked in the mood there, Chris, didn't he?
I thought it was going to go. I agree with Eric. I know Eric's said all week he believes it's going to go, and so do I. I must admit, I think the players are getting better. I think we're getting more and more relaxed, and I think it's going to go.
116 then for Askew. 16 to leave tops for the first leg against the darts.
76.
Well, he's left Scholten with a big shot out. This will take Taylor's 167, and he started off with 2 treble 20s in this leg, so not this time.
100.
Something I've already noticed about Dave in our game, he's a lot more smoother in the arm. I've been stood behind him. You could tell he was jumping a little bit, and he was a little bit twitchy. He looks very smooth today, and he's gone out, took the first leg against the darts.
Dave to throw first. Game on.
Askew then, neat, trim, good, economical straight arm release. Just a little bit of motion jerkily, which might anger the purists. Scholten, tall fellow, big long neck, isn't he? Throws down.
Yeah, very direct throw. Very little upper body movement, and very effective, obviously. Yeah, Dave looks a lot more comfortable.
41.
Even after hitting the 41, he looks comfortable today.
'46.
Well, that's a very good first start. Room in the segment for a companion.
100.
But Askew has to settle for 100.
60.
Might drop into the ball here, Dave.
155
Yep.
going. It's got a bit of time here. Askew enjoying a comfortable ride at the moment. But Scholten, we suspect, has a lot left, only averaging 70, but it's early doors.
100.
What, will he go for the ball?
Require 135.
Under pressure he might, but I'm not sure whether he will. Yep, 60 leaves him ball. He might still go for the ball because that'll leave him tops. Well, that's a good switch. That's a great switch.
Which leaves, of course, double 18, and Scholten unable to check on 195.
I don't think I'll ever look at double 18 again the same way as I did before Peter Everson missed it.
37.
Yes, that was another memorable moment this week. Double 18 for Askew. Now double 9. That's crisp enough and even enough.
Third leg is Roland to throw first.
To save the first
Game
set.
on.
Roland Scholten with the darts.
140.
So they're matching score for score, and the signs are that the angular Dutchman is beginning to find his range, his length, his line.
50.
I had a good chat with Dave before he went on, and he seemed pretty comfortable. He seemed relaxed. We had a little bit of a chat about our game, and yeah, he seemed up for it. He was. I had to apologise to him actually. I didn't shake his hand very nicely after he beat me, so just had a little chat with him, and yeah, he feels good. He's my little lifeline still in the tournament.
Well,
80.
and now he's saying, is he touching the board, because that would count. He had a good look at it, but it obviously wasn't touching. The referee called it Russ Bray.
60.
Yeah, the rule goes that as long as the point is actually in contact with the board directly, then that counts.
Lesson for other sportsmen there. Scholten accepts the referee's word without question.
Absolutely. Be looking at a 140, Dave, just to tidy this up. Put the pressure on Scholten. Still a chance. That's a great shot.
140.
Yes. Playing very, very effectively. 97 average for Askew, and Scholten on 132. Oh, what a shot this would be. Double 16. No.
Well, we've seen bigger shots this week, but I don't think one quite as special as that to watch for the viewers at home and the people in the audience. Superb.
Game on.
Logical shot.
Just when it looked like Askew was in to win the set, Scholten there.
140.
A storybook finish.
It's a clever shot. If he misses the ball and it's 25, it still leaves him 107, so he can then go trouble 19 and up for the ball.
140.
Askew, quick to the mark, wants to get on with things, throwing pretty quickly, 9.5 seconds against 10. Nice, evenly balanced
100.
match in terms of their releases, Chris.
Which another thing which adds up to a genuine good match, because similar in style and speed, and neither of them really take too much time retrieving their guard, so you do get into a rhythm. As we've seen with Ronnie Baxter and Kevin Painter at the beginning of the week.
Yes, case
super
in point.
game.
Oh, 100.
Must affect you, Chris. I mean, you're a pretty steady release thrower. I mean, if you're in against a slow merchant, it's got to just affect your focus a bit.
Well, the only time things start to put you off is if you're not winning.
Yeah, good point.
137.
161 for the set.
A shot for the purists, that one.
Scholten's hit 132 in the last leg, and now it's 129, so we know it's within his capabilities. Still a possibility. Needs to treble 20. Now Bull again. Got it twice last time.
See the two holes from the previous throw.
Dave, you require 80.
20.
Double top for Askew and the set, and that will do.
Askew.
It is David Askew averaging up in the 100. He's playing right out of his socks, and he takes the first set. Because where Diamond Dave Askew is one up in this second round match, playing some of the most diamond bright darts of his life in that first set, 98.20. His average 60% checkout rate. He'd settle for that. If he can maintain that, Chris, he would take a bit of stopping.
Yep, he certainly will. Already upped his average from his first round game. Great checkouts, and looks comfortable. And now Scholten's got to go through the gears and try and find something to peg him back. And more importantly, that first set he took against the darts.
'83.
Scholten impressed the audience with a 1-3-2 checkout, and could be the first 180 here. Just took a little bit of a kiss there, taking it out of the treble. I think it was bound there, Chris, but just deflected outside the wire.
Yeah, sometimes it does. If you actually throw them too at the previous darts, it does sometimes. They can bump in or bump out. It's one of them mysterious things.
140.
Scholten ominously beginning to flex his muscles.
Yeah.
60.
Well, it's never going to be one-sided, but I mean, I always believe, like we said.
Now 36 remaining for Scholten. It's another big finish. 121.
I don't think I've done a week so far. I'm basically halfway through it, I suppose. With so many big shots out. There's been loads. 156s, 161s, 167s, 132, 121.
Well, of course, the highest of the week so far was inevitably from Taylor, 167, and we've only got one better than that. Chris and I would not bet against somebody
100.
as we get towards the final stages. That 170 is vulnerable.
Well, there's a nice little bonus for it. It's £1,000. Nice little Christmas
60.
bonus.
Yeah, see, even more attractive Christmas bonus would be 100,000 for the 9-darter.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go.
100.
And we're narrowing it down who's gonna do it, because after today there's only gonna be the 8 left.
100. 40. 45.
Well, Askew's got a great chance here to break back. Took the initiative in the first set and slipped away there in the first leg of the second set, and he's got a good chance now.
And the two legs that Scholten here has won have both been on the end of very big finishes. Came down, 451 would have left double top. Now Askew on 161, looks for the treble 21st dart. Yes, now treble 17, he'll go for it.
136.
Very unlucky. Still, Roland knows he's there. Oh, tears.
Yeah. Now he wants the ball again.
Well, that's a free hit in four attempts.
Third leg is Dave to throw first. Game on.
Yes, 75% checkout success rate from the Dutchman.
60.
Well, we're very lucky. We can see the stats, and they're changing all the time. Dave's now dipped to 92, while Roland's lifted his game up to 95 and a great 75% finishing average. Superb.
140. 100.
Well, there are the averages, as you can see. Scholten has now overtaken. He was way behind early doors, but Askew has dipped and he's improved, and it's reflecting in the score, although the Dutchman still trailing on the match, but he must be favourite for this set to square it.
And we're still waiting for the elusive 180.
140.
Askew on 201. So now Scholten will be looking to leave himself a escape route here on 241. He's well set up for it. So there's the first maximum 180 of this match, but it is incredibly the 201st maximum of the week.
100. Roland to require 61.
For the set. Now 8 left, double 4. There we go, and that's a demolition job from the Dutchman in the second set. He hit a 1-2-1 checkout. He hit 180, the first one of the match. We'll see more of those. It's all square at 1 apiece. We're enjoying a juicy peach of a match here at the Circus Tavern between Roland Scholten and Dave Askew. Well matched, throwing at a regular pace, and it's all square. But an impressive second set from the Dutchman here, and you can see that 3-dart average there, 95.83 against 92.59, which is very tasty, and so too are the checkout percentages, which I'm sure we'll see in a moment or two. Look at that, 80% against 50%. Not a bad little match at all, Christopher.
Very tidy if it continues, and I'm sure it will. If anything, they might just lift it a shade. They've had a couple of sets to settle down, and they're both looking comfortable.
100.
Just get that feeling that Scholten may just have that extra little bit of class, a little bit of style, a little bit of extra to carry him forward in this match, Chris.
Yeah, I think Scholten's more of the sort of reliable player, where Askew can be quite explosive. You know, he can have surges of brilliance, where Roland's pretty level all the way through, and you know, if you start to miss a couple of doubles, he'll catch you out.
He's super cool, that's for sure. He does. He really chills up there.
100.
Well, he is Dutch, so they are pretty relaxed people, and have produced some great players over the years. I understand where you're coming from. He does just look like he's got that little extra bit on Dave, but we'll see how the match pans out. This is what I'm talking about. Oh,
125.
bad dart there, really, Dave. 'Cause he didn't give himself a chance at a finish now. Even a 20 would have left him 156 and given him an opportunity.
Yes, and these little slips, if they all accumulate, can just turn a match around, even at this early stage. You look at it. Got to come out.
11 or 19. Yeah.
132
when he goes, if he goes.
101 for Scholten. Now then, 81. Oh, Askew will be back.
45. Dave require 32.
Can't wait to get on with it, Askew.
It's made things tough for him. No, that's the race start. They've just shifted above the first start. Great accuracy.
Second leg is Dave to throw first. Game on.
David Askew taking that first leg against the throw. He lost the second set to Zip.
Both sets have gone against the darts, I think, Dave, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
100.
2 super first throws, and then it looked 180 was inevitable in just a mite high.
60.
I think he was very pleased to make the final in Ireland, but I think he was ever so disappointed by the way he played.
Didn't do himself credit in the final.
No.
Oh, 100.
It was a bit of an anti-climax, really, with what happened during the week, and I'm sure Alan Warner was grateful. But no, he didn't play as well as he can.
100.
Far from it. And I think he knows that, and I think he wants another bite of the cherry, which might come for him this week.
Oh, 100.
Yes, 95 wouldn't have been any good for him, really, so he came out.
Oh, 100.
Well, 161 for Scholten, and
161.
well, he wanted the treble 21st dart.
Might go treble 16. Yeah, he went the treble 16 route because
84.
he couldn't see the treble 20. This is the one we want to see after 2 180s, Dave.
140, yes, indeed, 141. We did see it the other day too.
Yeah.
59. Roland, you require 77.
Single 18 would leave double top for all square in the third.
Then Scholten the second leg. Roland Scholten.
Another leg against the darts, I think, maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
Third leg is Roland to throw first. Game on.
Well, the Orange Army, who follow Scholten around the boards of the world on their feet.
Plenty of support. I know he's got a pub called the Danish Invader, which I find quite strange, but that might be another story. And I was speaking to him yesterday, and he's got plenty of support here today from them lot.
140.
Wow. They come in all kinds of artistic poses, but here's another 180. This will be artistry as well.
140.
The tattooed man with the lady. I wonder what she does when he flexes his muscles, Chris.
I think that's after ball.
140.
Well, there's one of Roland's fans there. They've even brought a laptop in, and he's computing every score.
Yeah, he's actually been following the darts for a few years. Seen him many times in Holland, and I'm sure he writes for a darts magazine in Holland.
Gosh, we've come a long way when you had to take the chalks to get a game. And Askew needs this one.
You've got to go 11. It's too risky going the ball.
Yeah, sure.
Better thinking. The problem with that is if you're going for a 25, you're actually aiming at the ball and opening your miss. So I'm glad he did go 11.
Well, an important dart for the Dutchman at double top.
60.
Well, 16, double 16 or 8 top, depending how he's feeling. I think he'll go 16. 2 darts in his hand. Will he need them? No. This is a great little game, this, Dave.
Yeah, when he gets the darts as well, Chris. Here's how.
I remember a couple of years ago, if you had the darts, you're more or less guaranteed to win the leg. That's not happening nowadays. So.
I think it's because the standard has improved, the general standard, right down from the number 1 to the number 32. There's not that much between them, and just one slip is punished. Once upon a time, the man with the darts could, as you say, more or less be guaranteed, provided he did nothing outrageous.
Well, we're seeing it already now. I mean, he's, you know, if he doesn't hit at least a ton now, he's lost the throw.
They're both averaging in the early 90s.
58.
And they've both got really quite radical checkout percentages, 70% and 50%. That's excellent.
100.
Well, Askew slipped 100 behind. Even a ton here wouldn't get him back in front.
I think we've seen a very similar game with Dennis Evans and Richie Burnett. Both of them struggled to hold their throw.
Going to require 100.
Well, this would equal the top shot out, which Taylor did earlier today.
95.
Well, this is a poor leg by Askew. Not even halfway there, and he's thrown 12 darts. And so often we see all these players actually going out and finishing the game within 12 darts.
Absolutely.
So he'd be disappointed. It's a good shot. Not a great deal of pressure for Scholten, but
72.
double six. Just got a touch inside that one. Oh, couldn't quite squeeze it.
Just overcompensated. That's his dad there. 138. The Keith Deller classic shot.
45.
Now, will he go for this double three, or will he opt to go 2 double 2? It's a long way down for a big fella. Oh, so he's gone even further. He's
oh, now he's going to have to try and get one in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Nip one, pearl one.
yeah, he was subterranean there, wasn't he? But it has given a chance for David Askew.
Here you go, ball. 18 now, leaves him ball. It's a great marker. Oh. Well, he had a chance there to get himself out of a bit of trouble.
It's a long way down again, but he's still going to go forward and get it this time.
Well, this game could be no more level than what it is at the moment. 90.89 for Roland, 90.9 for Dave, a 46 finishing average for Roland and a 45 finishing average for Dave.
And they're going to get the darts again, but this time Scholten really does need to hold his throw to go 2-1 up. No slips now can be tolerated from Scholten.
83.
Well, he's already got a nice little cushion. No, he's looking to hold his darts. He knows he don't want to get involved with too much of the backside. And there's my girlfriend. Bless her.
At least you know what you're doing.
I think it was. If it wasn't, it should have been. Well, I'm gonna share that one with everybody at home. Eric made a comment. It's not often she's here at the second round, so I'll get him back to that one later.
Mind you, Eric gets deep vein from boasters who are sitting around so much these days.
He'll be back. It's like a bad penny. You don't better get rid of him.
161 then for Scholten. Yes, it's a good old crowd pleaser. He's in the wrong treble.
Well, Dave's battled well to actually get involved in this leg now.
Yes, got a chance.
43.
He'll stay there. Well, I think he might as well stay there.
60.
Which place are going to go, Chris?
Treble 17.
75.
Oh, now you go ball. Oh dear, he's made a little bit of a mess of that.
Well, it's the bounce out that's cost him. It suddenly changed the whole complexion of the shot.
Well, that's where it's frustrating for a player. He went the safe route, you know, for the 17, 18 tops, and he's tidied it up well.
So here's a real opportunity for Askew, who's just pegged away here and kept in touch, and his opportunity has come. Oh, now he must get the treble. Got the treble, but the wrong one. Double 4. Now double 2, he's down at the bottom of the board again.
They both had chances to tie that stat up, and
Fourth set, first leg.
both somehow blew it, except Roland. He finished well, one dart in his hand, a lot of pressure. Now Dave's got to dig in. He cannot afford to let Roland get away.
Keith Deller, interesting spectator. Had his chances of winning. We've got his conqueror Rod Harrington on last thing tonight, and Keith will be feeling that it ought to be him. It was he gave Rod Harrington a right old scare.
Yeah, there's been things happen this week which I haven't seen before. I don't think I've seen so many players throw away their opportunities. We've seen Jamie Harvey do it. We've seen Bob Anderson do it. I done it. Keith done it. And if Reg Arden against Alan Warner, if poor old Reg could have hit a double, they'd beat him 5 million, and he did get the 4. It's,
100.
I think people have had far too many doubles and not hit enough. The Christmas cheer.
60.
Everybody, of course, is so hyped up and motivated for this tournament, Chris, and I think that everybody really wants to go for Taylor. They saw Kevin Painter in Ireland do it, and we just thought that might be a blip on the general state of affairs in darts, so as it proved to be.
Well, there's a lot of money on offer this week for the people that can remain in the tournament, so not only is it, you know, it's a prestigious tournament, and it's respected now all over the world. You just want to, you try too hard to stay involved, and hopefully now in the future we're going to have more opportunities than what we have had. So,
well, it's looking that way. These are exciting times in darts, with all kinds of indications of worldwide involvement. And Askew wants the ball now. That's a good shot. Excellent shot.
It's a great finish. We've seen some great finishes already in this match.
Yes, Askew held on to his throw there, top of the fourth set. He trails 2-1. Scholten having a look around for more open targets and finding them. Excellent cover shooting. Askew anxious to get on. That's his first one of the match, and Askew is showing signs of catching fire. 130 checkout and his first 180.
100.
Oh, 202, and we're in 2002, so that's all the twos. This is where he needs a ton.
60.
Oh, a slip. He's going to have to come down.
73.
Oh, that leaves him a nice shot. 135. He doesn't have to hit two trebles on that one. He just the one. Well, he might go for the use of the ball. No, he's staying up.
140.
Well, we've already seen him have one go at this one.
135.
Treble 20. Oh.
50. Dave, you require 61.
4-2 love in the fourth set. Now double 16, 32 remaining inside the wire.
45. Roland, you require
Treble 15 for double top. 20 ball.
Well, he's got this before. He's moved it. You saw the wire move. Double 8. Gosh, we're moving along at a brisk pace. Askew there, and they really are galloping along here. Double 8. Just as Scholten moved the wire. It's Askew's throw. Maybe just a sign that Scholten wants to get on with things. Certainly are going pretty strongly now. Scholten is now 9 seconds to release his darts, 9:40 exactly, and 9 seconds exactly for Askew.
They've both taken half a second off their
Speeding up.
throwing time.
Speeding up as the confidence has come through. So the speed of their release. Absolutely well balanced. That's, as you were saying, Chris, that always seems to make for a better match.
And then we've got the opposite this evening with Dennis and Rod. Both take a fair bit of time to release their 3 darts, so
yes,
that should suit both of them.
That's going to be a fascinating battle of wits as well as dart play.
Chess on the dartboard, I think, that one.
Really is diamond play from Diamond Dave.
Well, went 2-1 down in sets and has rallied well.
Just when we thought that Scholten might ease away, Askew's come back in fine style. Wants this double for the set.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised at that. I'm surprised with his last start he didn't have a, have a switch over and hit a big 6 to leave 32 at his next visit, because if he gets pressure put on now, which he's going to get. Yeah, I mean, now he's under pressure. And double 9 is not the best. He's going to go 6 now.
Yes, no, double 16. Double 19, and it's all square. And that was an impressive set from the man from Red Hill. Really interesting game, this, because the second set went to Scholten in whiz-bang record time, and 3-zip there for Askew. So both of these players showing they're capable of producing a spurt, producing a purple patch, which is difficult to match.
Well, we spoke about it right from the top. They were both level match players. They're very little in their ranking. Same speed, similar averages, so it was going to work out to be a bit of a thriller. That's actually a fair time with that Dave Askew uses. That's where the similarities end.
Well, the first dart from Scholten impelled itself in the board at such an angle that it virtually covered all the treble. That's why, of course, he sensibly switched elsewhere.
That's what you said. He's so tall that he actually throws down into the board, which is going to make the dart sit up slightly. Sort of the opposite to what Phil's does. Can you see the angle? They do go in at an angle. He stacks down and Taylor stacks up.
Just the odd glimmer of indication that Scholten isn't happy with life at the moment.
100!
It's 153 for Askew, all over the board for that. 12 of 20, treble 19, double 18.
Looks assured of Dave Askew today. Looks in control.
That last set would have done plenty for his confidence.
80!
2 180s and a 130 checkout. Good darts by any standard. Now then, treble 19. Now then, 42 should be the next target, treble 14.
Tidies it up, 60 left.
93!
No, there's not a lot you can do at 203 apart from apply some pressure. Staying up.
100! Dave, you require 60.
Now double top for Askew. Now 10s. Yes, that's 4 legs on the spin for Diamond Dave, and he's showing true form here.
Leg is Dave to throw first. Game on.
Against the darts, and just when we were speculating that Scholten was the one to kick. It's been his opponent. Fascinating.
60.
Oh, we'll be happy with that. Roland's got to stop the rot, and this is the best way to do it.
135.
After losing 4 legs on the trot, he will know that. That will be in his mind. He'll be thinking, right, let's try and put a stop to this. And
Well,
really, he's not putting a stop to it. Dave's just dipped a little bit.
historically, the Dutch have a record of holding back the water in dikes, haven't they, by various inventive means. That's what he's got. Oh, that was really unfortunate. That was in and out. You can see it's there. Mate, oh, gave itself up.
The flight caught the other flight and didn't let it penetrate the board.
140.
Well, it could be costly in the final analysis. I seem to recollect a match some years ago, Chris, when we had a shot in a double like that and it fell out to win the match.
I think that was Rod Harrington against Ronnie Baxter in the final of the World Match Play at Blackpool.
Cracking match.
In and out the double 9. That was another one for the people who love the game like me, with the 45 double top finish.
Yeah, that was a cracker. And Harrington will be hopeful he can recreate that kind of form this evening when he meets Dennis Priestley.
Yep, he's on tonight.
And throughout the tournament.
81. Roland should require 143.
Well, that squared it up.
123. Dave, you require 60.
Well, it's a bit on the high side there. And now double 10. 5 legs on the spin, and it's Scholten's throw this set as well. Again, Chris, he's got to find something to arrest this slump in his fortunes.
He's got a kick. He's got a kick. He's got to find something. Because the mind games now are always Dave. He's got Scholten. He's got Scholten going a bit here. He needs to keep that going though. He needs to keep him under pressure. Make him over try. I know Sid's been on about it all week, that balance between being relaxed and focus and aggression, and it's a funny mixture. I don't think it comes in any other sport except our own.
Yes, it's very true about that. There are many sports where you can get lucky.
Aggression. You can it doesn't matter how much aggression in some sports you have, but in this one it's a fine balance.
100. Roland
should end the rot here. 18 for tops now.
81.
Actually, the ball was covered there by the figures. He's got
41.
So Scholten should surely make this his first leg success in 6. Yes, he does.
Dave's still favourite to take the set.
Yes,
He's got the throw. Now he
throw,
just needs to be solid. Just a nice, steady 15 dart leg here, and he'll be very happy. All 3.
140.
Catch me if you can, he says to Roland Scholten, and the Dutchman is going to get a ton. And he equals it.
Anything you can do, and all of that.
Impressive scoring.
$59.
That's another shot I don't understand with some players. I don't know why they don't use the 17 a bit more, because if they hit the 51, that's also useful. If it's 17, it leaves him 304, and a 140 would leave him 164, which is a shot out. Now a 140 leaves him 162, which we all know you can't finish on with 3.
The mathematical intricacies of the game.
Now we've seen it. Now we've seen it.
Nice level trajectory from Askew. In we go again. Oh, just deflected the wrong side of the wire. It's left him an awkward. Both on bogeys. Don't often see that. But in fact, exactly as you spelled out to Askew, Chris, has happened.
There is a player now that is actually using the 17s a lot, and successfully. That's Colin Lloyd. Very rarely goes for a 57 now, a treble 19. Always uses the 17 because
84.
he knows in a situation at this level you need to take big shots out.
For the set. Oh, that really is not the best of shooting from Askew. He wanted a 14 to leave double top, and he's let Scholten back in here. Can't finish now. And Scholten lives again here in this set.
See the ball again. Oh.